All right, people. Welcome to another episode or issue. Wrong type of podcast. We do issues on this show. Issue 188 of Nerdflow Podcast. We are back again for another week of nerd culture, fandom, all that good stuff, man. This week we got one of the streamer homies with us this week. Blurry Box. What is up, man?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Pleasure to be here, sir.
What's good with you, my boy?
You know, out here in these streaming streets, man. Finally got a day off. Like, you know, your Amazon homie out there talking about he working. Uncle Sam got me 21 days straight. So we here. You know.
Hey, like real talk. I see you finally. I ain't seen the stream in a minute because I've been like super busy getting prepared for my new position at my job. But I see you finally got the setup all together.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's been wild. Moved from Florida to Maryland, working a new job like yourself, man. Transitioning. I'm taking over a department and then unpacking, fathering, husband, and trying to stream. It's just, you know, real world, man.
Facts. Yo, so we got Blurred here. I reached out to Blurred, you know what I'm saying, asked him to come on the show because for a little while, we're going to reach out to a lot of black streamers. And I mean, we had our first guest last week. We got Blurred this week. We're going to reach out to somebody else for next week. So we're going to just keep going down because everybody experience in streaming is different. True. There may have some similarities, but everybody's experience is different, and we just want to know through the eyes of the black streamer what your experience is. So I'm gonna start off with my questions and can start this interview off. And you know what I'm saying? I hope you ready, sir.
Oh yeah, hey man, ain't nothing. Questions ain't never hurt nobody. Let's roll.
All right, so check this out. So when did you get into streaming, and what made you want to stream?
So I started streaming roughly, I want to say, about 2 years ago. And if I had to be completely honest, I didn't know what streaming was. I didn't know what Twitch was. I didn't have the desire to do it initially. What happened was, you know, my cousin Oren, he streams Tekken. He's like in the Tekken community. He was, you know, talking to me about like, hey man, I think you should stream. And then my other friend came to me and said, hey man, I think you should stream. So what happened was I got stationed in a place. I got stationed in Pensacola, Florida. If anybody's ever been to Pensacola, Florida, and you know, you gentlemen talk about being in Mississippi.
Bro, you was right around the corner from me. I live in Biloxi.
Ain't nothing, sir. Ain't nothing in Pensacola, Florida.
Just gotta go across that toll bridge over on the little island piece.
Exactly. So, and when I say nothing, I mean it was nothing. I mean, no black people really, because it's a retirement kind of city, and then the military. So I started streaming because I was like, I'm tired of being a one-off, and I wanted a space where I could meet other black people that were into the same things as me, and I wasn't viewed as like the outsider kind of guy. So, you know, my cousin and my friend really pushed me to like do this.
So let's check this. Like, what was like some of the first games you streamed, and like go through the journey of how you build your community, how you built your community.
Very first game I streamed was Monster Hunter World, and it was wild again, right? Being a brother, you know, you fire up Monster Hunter World. It ain't a lot of you out there when you go in the category. You like, oh man, let me see where the black dudes at that play Monster Hunter World. It's not a lot. I know they exist, but you can't find them. I started streaming, and one of the first couple of people I met was Evo. Evo Alpha. He plays a lot of Apex now.
Yeah, I know Evo from the chat.
Yeah, and Evo was another black dude that played Monster Hunter. I was like, oh shit, we out here. Let's go, baby. So it was it was nothing but love immediately when I met Evo. And then my thing was just I never wanted to stream because I wanted to make money. Not saying I'm not okay making money streaming, but that was never my goal. My goal was community and camaraderie and finding other like-minded individuals. So anything that I've streamed has just been a game that I wanted to play. It was never about metrics or numbers for me. So I was like, if I like Monster Hunter and you like Monster Hunter and I'm a mellow dude and you feeling that, then that's where we're at. Yeah, man. Like my goal was to cultivate a pro black space where, it just wasn't based around all them stigmas and all that.
All right, so speaking of that, like as a black streamer and being on Twitch, what has your experience been like? Like some of the ups and downs, the highs and the pitfalls.
Uh, really early on in streaming, and I'm pretty sure it's like this for everyone. There's so much more that goes into streaming that you just don't know. Um, the people, the networking. It's like, man, you come on this platform and you want everything to be genuine, but some people aren't like that. It's a very crab in a barrel type of mentality. Like, hey man, if you're doing something, I can't do that. Oh man, well, you like that game and you get in numbers, then I need to play that game and get numbers. And it's just, for a while, it's just a real toxic thing. But to be black and then enter into this space on top of that, I would get this junk all the time. Like, hey, bro, I don't know if you know this, but you're supposed to be playing 2K or Street Fighter. Like,
Wait a minute. So Street Fighter is the black people's game? Because I take offense to that. I mean,
apparently.
I am a Street Fighter player. I play Street Fighter thoroughly, but I don't mean that is just attributed like we not skilled enough to play nothing else.
Look, G, when I tell you, it's not funny. It's comical now because the community that I have, they like, yo, get punched in your mouth. You come in here saying something wild like that, But when I started, hey, bro, like you don't play. I didn't know y'all played Monster Hunter. You supposed to be on NBA 2K. Like, bro, I don't even like 2K, man. I can't.
I don't even like 2K.
I get that same thing when people find me in Destiny director. It's like, oh, a black person that played Destiny. I'm like,
bro, why would I not like
There's
Destiny?
plenty of us that play Destiny, bro.
Listen, and it's wild, man. But you really have to think about how the world perceives us, right? When you go out here. And that's another thing. Like when I stream, I try to carry myself in a particular way because it's wild because pro black does not mean anti anything.
Exactly.
Like just because I say my community's pro black doesn't mean you can't be white and be in my space or anything else. So it's weird how the world perceives us. So they try to put you in these boxes and these labels, man. And it's like, bro, shut up. I just want to play the game. Like if you like this game, I like this game. Let's play this game, man. Shut the hell up. Like respectfully, of course.
Yes. So I got a question. I got a question for you. I know you're a married guy. You got kids, and I'm also as well. So how the balance between quality time, got to spend time with the kiddos, and then hey, got to go stream that baby.
Let me just throw this out here. His wife be in the stream in the comments, and she hold up for him.
That's the key.
She do.
She hold up for him.
Yeah, it's. I think my wife understands like anything. Anyone that knows me intimately knows like, hey, anything that James decides he's going to do, like, he's gonna be great at it. That's just me as a person. So, I knew I wanted to stream today. Royalty. So my son walked in that room. I think my wife looked at me 7:15, was like, hey man, Jeremiah said he want to go to the park. I'm like, well, I guess I got to get up. We going to the park because, the reality is anything that I do for this, I have to do for my family, times two.
Yeah.
So I try to stick to my schedule Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know, I used to stream 3 days a week, but it's like, man, where I'm at now, it's a little bit different. You know, Tuesdays and Thursdays I stream, and then my biggest thing like is like if my wife's not okay, then nothing in my house is proper
Yeah.
because my wife handles everything. I go to work, you know, I work 40 hours a week, but you know, my wife stays at home. We homeschool. The kids are in extracurriculars. The reality is like if she's not okay, then I can't hit the go live button because she got to be able to handle everything that I'm not doing at that point in time. And
Yep.
that's not fair to her, you know, to not be able to decompress when she needs her time, you know. And then if she can't get that, then obviously I can't be here. It's a balance. I'm not gonna lie, G. Like I'm not great at it always,
Oh no, it
you
is. I
know.
know it is.
I you know, I'm like, listen, if I'm messed up, tighten me up, let me know. Uh but yeah, it's a balance, man. It's truly a balance. Anybody that says, especially like going into this forum and like if your goal is that you're doing this as a hobby and to not like provide for your family, then you know you need to rack and stack that accordingly when you wake up in the day. Like, hey, okay, you want to stream, but yo, is the house tight? Like, is the family good? Are the kids okay? You know,
Yeah.
ah, it's rough. It's rough. And you know, it's wild because I don't play the game as much off stream as I used to once I started streaming because I'm like, streaming already takes up your time, technical issues,
Yeah.
improvements that you want to make. And then, like, you know, if you want to play the game with other people, trying to rope everybody in, you know.
Yeah. All right, so I done probably since when you first nah, it was a little while after you first started Valhalla.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Bruh be like, I'm gonna stick to the script. We gonna play this story through.
I already know what he fit to say. I already know what he
Y'all
fit
think
to
I
say.
go down rabbit holes?
Yo, I already
He is
know.
the streamer of rabbit holes. He'll see a side quest and here it goes 7 hours later. He ain't even got to the
Bro,
next main quest yet.
Oh,
bro.
bro, that's
You
all the time in Assassin's Creed, though, man.
but listen,
So
but
I'm
Ghost
like,
of
I was
Tsushima,
figuring like I was the only person that ever just played the game straight through and just like I
Mm.
like play this game straight through and then I go do the side quest.
no, sir. No, sir. I'll be out there in real life. Ooh, piece of candy. Let me go over there and see what that is real quick. I'm gonna come right back, y'all. That's my favorite line. Listen, we gonna do main story quest today. Guys, I promise it's gonna go down. But you know, since we buy this fast travel point, we got to get the fast travel point. Unlock the map so we could come back later. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
piece of armor right here. Well, let me grab the armor right quick. Then we gonna fast travel because we got the travel point. Y'all know we good. Like we gonna get to it.
It was just like, well, he's streaming Valhalla. I already know what this finna be today. Hey, like I'm trying to get into the story.
Nah, bro, not today,
And,
not here,
It's like not in this stream.
not in this stream.
so when he was flowing through Monster Hunter, but on Valhalla, I was just like, well, Monster Hunter is his favorite game, so I it was just like it was just hilarious to me because especially the rest of the chat, the rest of the community, they just be like, you could just see the face palms going down the line.
Like, bro, why you gonna tell this lie? Because you know what's gonna happen, man. Just do the side
like
quest. We
really,
gonna
bro, you
splash
just should
in.
say we gonna play Valhalla today. Whatever happens, happens.
Hey, you right. You absolutely right. But I'll be trying to stick to it.
All right, man. So, uh, what you see for yourself in the future of streaming, man? Like, do you see yourself maybe one day after you leave the military just doing this and making a career of it, or it's just gonna be, just your side chick?
That's a good question, man. And I think after I retire, you know, in these 4 years, I think I'ma still stream, but I don't think I could. The lifestyle that I want to be able to provide my family and my kids and my wife, like I, unless I'm the next 1% to break through this thing, this ain't it. But I always strive to continue to grow and you know attract more people to the stream. I have I have had people that are like, hey man, I think one day if you continue doing this and growing and honing your craft, growing, excuse me, and honing your craft, that you could be a partner. I could see that in your future. Um, to be honest, I would probably end up there accidentally. I would never sit down and say, hey, what do I need to do to get to this point? Because right now I'm just having fun with it. I'm enjoying the people that I met. I'm enjoying trying new games that people have suggested to me. Uh, it's fun for me. It's just fun.
Now, I don't know if you've done it. Like I said, I done missed a bunch of streams. What was the little community game you had on with the where we picked the characters and put them on the map and we try and
Oh yeah, Stream Raiders. Yeah.
yeah, Stream Raiders. That was one of the dope community games that I liked because it was just like I finally just realized I don't have the personality to stream.
I listen.
I'm like I'm too laid back and chill, and I get involved in my whatever I'm doing, and I'm not gonna talk to nobody. I'm just gonna be playing the game, and I don't have that. You know, I don't have that in me. Now the thing is, with this cross play finna come to Destiny, and we
Well,
all
it's gonna
link
be
up.
live. It's
It's
gonna be
finna be
live.
live. So we already know what we finna jump off. We already
Hey,
in the regular degglers. And so, you know what I'm saying?
look.
We finna get it popping. And so I know I'm gonna talk some noise because that's what I do.
Hey, go ahead,
But
man.
you know what I'm saying? Cause when me and royalty streaming, I know I don't really get quiet doing them streams, especially when we trying to, accomplish something because you gotta
Right.
be a team.
Boy, Ray night
Right.
gonna be something
So
else. I swear to God.
man,
Bro, it's
raid
gonna
nights are
be
gonna be ill.
bro, I'm about to have a sweatband on the whole time.
And
Let's
young
go.
and young and Vogue with the jumping puzzle. Oh Jesus, jumping.
So
Listen, if you
That
need to leave the party and rejoin after we get
exactly,
through the checkpoint, it's okay, man. Every
exactly.
raid group got one. It's okay.
so so my thing is, man, I hate for something to beat me. I
That's
I
nosy.
I literally I was mad because I was playing Neo and I let Neo beat me. I literally got to a certain point in Neo. I was still living in Houston, and I got to a certain point in Neo, and I had played that board maybe 700 times trying to beat this one person. And it got to the point I walked up to my PlayStation, hit the button, put it in the case. I haven't played Neo since then.
Mm,
It's sitting on my shelf right now. I'm not gonna throw my
right.
money away, but
Hey, get it
it's
out.
just sitting there because it was just like it twisted a knife in my soul because so when it comes to Destiny, I sit up there and I get to the point where I'm gonna do this. I don't care how long it take. I don't care if ain't nobody with me. I'm
Right.
finna do this, and I've been getting better on my jumping puzzles. And
Listen.
it's crazy because it's just like I got great timing in fighting games, shooting games, stuff like like other stuff. Because
Right.
if we sitting up there playing Call of Duty, I can time when I'm where I'm gonna throw this grenade and when it's gonna explode. I can't jump. And I come from platform gaming,
Boy, players are
but
tight.
I
Got the
can't
best jump in the game. It can't. Boy, I swear.
and I can't
But you know
control
what
it.
though? My two homies that can't make it through the puzzle, they titans, and it be making me laugh because I'm a hunter man. I got to work. I got to know how to jump. It ain't no hey, bro, you might be able to come back. You know,
You can't glide and get on there. When a hunter jump, it's like if you miss it, bro, you just missed it. There's no coming back.
My boy see me one day run off a ledge and he was like, oh no. But I ran off the ledge to extend my distance, then jump, you know, but you just gotta get in there, man. You know.
So we gonna have to link up and set the schedule where we gonna get this crossplay jumping and run together.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I feel like that should pop off everybody's streams because you know what I'm saying. We should, which if I do stream it, I won't be on camera, but I'll be streaming from the Nerd Flow.
Look, man, this is the goal. This is the goal. The goal is because I don't believe, at least since my tenure in Destiny, there is not. I don't know of any black raid teams. I want us to go for. I want us to go for Witch Queen raid, day one race.
That be clean.
Black raid team.
Not gonna lie. That be dope.
Hey, we just gotta get raid ready.
Loyalty. I'm with you.
I want to do that.
Let's get that done then, because we just gotta get raid ready. So that means it's grind time. It come out on the 15th.
Well, Witch Queen is pushed to 2022, so we got probably a good 4 months to run all the races in the game just to get the teamwork, call outs, all that type of stuff.
I was talking about crossplay. Don't crossplay start on the 15th?
Crossplay starts on the 24th.
24th.
24th. Okay, where I get the 15th from? It was something I saw in Destiny for the 15th. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, I don't know because I think the new season start the 24th too, right?
Yeah, they have their Vidocs the 24th, and the season starts the 24th. They launching on the same day.
Tracking.
Okay.
In there. Vacation day in that day already. I'm finna be out there.
24th. What day that is? Hold on.
That's a Tuesday, bro.
I think that's a Tuesday.
No. He said, "Oh, you thought you knew, Blur. Look, I'm tapped in." Look.
I can't vacation day that, man. Y'all gonna be on. I'll just get off work and jump in with y'all, man. But yeah, man, we gonna get this popping. We gonna crank it up like a party, and we gonna show them how Black Raid teams can come through.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Blur, tell them how they can reach you, all your socials, and I'm gonna ask you, do you want to stick around and go over some of these topics? Give your opinion on some of these topics we're gonna go over.
Look, I got a hot and ready that's waiting on me. I told you, husbandry number one, right? Y'all done got me already. I got to beat up out of here. But if I ain't had to work tomorrow and I ain't make these promises, I would be with y'all.
I got you.
I'm you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, BL3RDBOX, BL3RDBOX, and then the same thing on my Twitch. All of it's the same across the board. BL3RDBOX, regular streamer. Any platform that you can search that on, you'll probably find me there. So
that's what's up, man.
Cool.
So I definitely want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you for having me,
and because I understand, like, I had to realize it was just like, oh, he on the East Coast.
Listen, because I ain't even finna front. I got up, I looked at the messages. I said, that's a 9:30 TST. So I was like, bet that's 10:30 in the morning for me, right? Because 9:30 at night is 21:30 for me, because I've been in the military. So I'm like,
that's correct. I forgot about the military time thing.
Right. So I was like,
get used to it.
Easy.
Like, bro, since I've been working my job, like, I haven't had to deal with military time since my dad got out the military.
Right.
Because it was just like you're on that schedule. Start back working this job. I gotta start back going my military time, and then it was just like I shoot me a message. What's 4 o'clock 1600? I just said, man, just count from midnight on forward. Just count. Midnight is 0. Then you got just count it. And it's just like I'm not used to this, man. Look, just count. from
He said,
zero to
I don't do word problems. You coming at me with a lot of word problems right now. Talk about convert these words to time. I don't do that. Just give me the time.
man. So it was just one of those situations, but man, I appreciate you for coming
Oh
on.
yeah, man.
We're
Thank you.
gonna we definitely gonna link up to knock these raids out because I haven't played a raid since what was the last raid I did? Callus. Callus was the last raid I did.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
gonna.
So
I still need to do Vault of Glass. I just been
Me too.
hellaciously busy.
I haven't done it
I know
either.
Vard. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we go like let's try to get together and run Vault of Glass and do all that. I got enough time in between now and the 25th to get myself amped up some more because I'm just pretty much 1327. So I at least want to be
your gap
1335.
now is not really because they stopped doing
Yeah.
that 50 power bump every season, so it's only like 10 now. So once you hit that 10, that soft cap, everything else is just
I
gravy.
think it's like 1310, right?
Yeah. So it's like it's not that super long where you got to be grinding all week long just to be ready to do a raid because they done raised the cap on it. So no, you be good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So we'll get together and knock that out. So man, wish Boo Jank and the kids a good night and tell them that we said thank you for allowing us to have some of their time for you to come on to the show. And man, I see you on Twitch.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
man, appreciate it. Y'all boys be cool, man. Thanks for having me again.
Right.
Oh, no problem, Blur.
No
Anytime,
problem, man. Anytime.
All right, people. So let's get into things, man. That was BL3RDBOX. Go check them out over on Twitch. So this week, Suicide Squad came out, and there's been a lot of some people like, I didn't like it, and there's been a lot of mixed reviews. I don't know if Player's in the check. I told Player, I said tune into Nerdflow podcast because she was like, I didn't really like Suicide Squad. It's better than the first one. I can tell you that much. That's the first.
It's better than the first one.
That's off the rip.
I'll give it that much. It's better than the first one, but it's still middle of the road for me with that. Because I'm just gonna go ahead and break it down. It had its funny moments like a James Gunn film would, but it was just like,
was it too goofy in some spaces where it should have been?
John Cena ruined the movie for me.
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Nah, he didn't.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate on that.
John Cena, John Cena part didn't get good to me until they were in the tower.
In Jotunheim?
Jotunheim.
In Jotunheim, yeah. I thought I was going to say that wrong for some reason. That's why I just said the tower, and I didn't want to embarrass myself saying the wrong name. But
we're gonna help you out. We seen the movie. One of us has seen the movie, more than once.
But
man, we know
it was just like the tighty whitey scene. I was just like, the fuck they got him in his tighty whities for? Like seriously, guy. And like I literally was thinking like it was just Elba character, like, and then you gave him a weak phobia. Like you gave him a weak phobia. Rats, come on, man. Like it was just like I just was looking like a King Shark, like him and what's her name, Ratcatcher 2, Ratcatcher 2. You know what I'm saying? The first squad when they first get on the island, that was dope. Like, I called you guys, and they blew that boy face smooth off. But
so I said that initially. I said because everybody was like, we was on the show. It was like everybody was like, it shows a bunch of people in this movie. I'm like, bro, how many people gonna die? And spoiler alert, a good majority of these people die in the very beginning. Bro,
I think they made that clear in the trailer. Like, I don't know, this ain't the same thing.
The weasel. This boy drowned.
That was a waste of animation.
This is how he drowned.
And then you start the movie off with who was he supposed to be?
Who, Weasel?
No, the older dude that killed the bird with the ball.
Right.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name right now, but I know you're talking about.
And I'm sitting up there looking. I was like, I don't remember seeing him in nothing in the trailer. What is his purpose? Now the funny part to me was them gambling on who was gonna bite it. So I mean, like realistically, I probably would have did the same thing. But you know, it's like going forward. You know, it's like they found that humanity started saying that Waller was really the one that was inhumane.
And Waller, it tends to be and most of the time in Suicide Squad, it always rolls. A lot of time, it always kind of rolls back to her, some secret objective she has, you know, because like Starro really wasn't the villain. It was kind of more the information. Well, with the fast tracking a little bit to the very end, with them
America was the villain.
Right, because they were doing an experiment, and they chose that location because they didn't want to have those experiments being done on U.S. soil, so they chose somewhere outside of the U.S.
So y'all remember when Starro took over Superman?
No, I don't remember that. What was that in?
If I'm not mistaken, Young Justice.
Okay, that sounds.
It was either Young Justice or Justice League.
Unlimited?
No, this was Batman. This was Batman Beyond when they asked him to join the Justice League, and Starro had took over Superman because he was killing the members of the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out that it was Starro. And so that's how that ended up happening, because he had Starro in the had captured him, and had, because in the Fortress of Solitude, he got a lot of different exotic animals from across the galaxy, and Starro was one. And we see how it can multiply, and somehow, some way, it had got out and attached itself to Superman. It was either his back or chest, I can't remember, but yeah, he had literally took over and was controlling Superman.
Let's see what else, man. His
name is oh my bad.
Go ahead.
I was trying to tell you his name because I just know him as the guy who plays Yondu, but his name is Savant.
Savant, yes, Savant. That's.
We spent a good minute trying to get acquainted with that character.
Mm-hmm.
And did y'all stay for the post credits, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, which I kind of knew that Peacekeeper wasn't dead because he's getting his own HBO Max show now, because John Cena was already filming that already. So I kind of knew it was either when I saw him take that blow, I was like, okay, either the show is a prequel or he ain't dead. So he ain't dead.
I was pretty sure that the building like collapsed on him during that scene. So I was like, how is he alive? But like I said, there were rumors going around about another series with him in it.
Yeah, he has his own. He literally has his own show coming to HBO Max in January for Peacekeeper. So we'll be seeing that. And James Gunn is actually involved in that show too as well. So it'll be kind of very on that same, but just mainly him.
Don't Titans start this month?
Yes, they do. It starts next. So here's the funny thing. What if it's Wednesday and Titans is Thursday? So yeah,
okay.
We're gonna so it's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a fun show.
Next thing on the
this week, not next week.
Yeah. So more developments with Activision and Blizzard. I guess Royalty, you the
Yes.
one more informed on this situation.
Yeah, so of course the CEO stepped down last week. This week, the head of HR stepped down. And bruh, when the head of HR steps down, it's like, whoo. When it burns, it burns.
They all falling. They all falling like dominoes.
HR like, we out. We can't. Y'all let this happen. What you mean?
Oh, because that's the
Yup.
department responsible for handling that type of stuff.
Y'all was the one that took the calls like, nah, that wasn't serious. So they had HR step down. They've still been protesting like players and stuff like that play like certain people are protesting not to play like stuff like Overwatch. I saw a friend of mine that's a streamer. She normally plays a lot of Overwatch. She's like, I'm playing Paladins in protest of not playing Overwatch over Blizzard. So it's like people are like, either not playing, like mess around again. Shoot, I don't know if who is it? Nick Merckx. Nick Merckx quit Warzone purely because of the state of Warzone in general. It just played with like a bunch of cheaters. But that's kind of bloated him too, because he's like one of the top players for Warzone. Him and Tim the Tatman. So like for that type of thing to happen as well, that's so Activision is not in a good spot, and I'm on top of that. We're not due for a new game this year, are we? Yeah, we are. Are we?
No, not from talking about Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No, Call of Duty just dropped a new game this past year. They just dropped
Cold War was last year. They don't skip a year though. They just alternate.
Well, I don't think they probably don't drop one this year
because
it's one of the World at War games or World War games.
The rumor name is Call of Duty Vanguard is the rumor title name for the new Call of Duty. It's called Vanguard. But yeah, I'm wondering about that because normally we would have known something or seen something by now
ahead of time.
And it's August already, so I mean that's only 2 months. Well, yeah, like 2 months, and I mean 2 or 3 months.
This stuff been brewing. This stuff been brewing for a minute too.
Yeah, I know it has. No, it definitely has. I mean, it's always been people just been coming out saying stuff about their culture and Activision and Blizzard and stuff like that. So it's just finally coming to the top. We're gonna do. So we have an unboxing today. We're gonna save that towards the end. So, to continue with the theme of James Gunn. James Gunn speaks out about Scorsese comments about comic book movies. This happened some time ago, but I guess he just responded to it just as a recent or whatever. Because Scorsese made some just comments about how he feels about comic book movies and the movie industry and how, the typical stuff that a lot of actors say. But then, when you ain't got no work and Kevin Feige give you that phone call, all that stuff you said. You start tweeting delete. You start to tweet delete.
Yeah, I remember that.
So what did he say? What did James Gunn say?
I just had it and it disappeared off my page. Oh, that's tragic. Boy, I tell you.
But yeah, Scorsese is not very fond of the comic movies. I know the gist of what Scorsese said. He feels like it's it's a thing that's killing cinema and all this type of stuff. It's kind of like the gist of what he said. Not quoting verbatim, but just kind of summarize what he said.
He doesn't like the genre, basically.
Yeah, he did.
Just the genre.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, okay, if you're gonna like. Movie studios, they're doing literally like one or two. Like there's a couple things that movie studios are doing. They're either A, trying to build their own universe, trying to be like Marvel, not necessarily making a superhero movie, but making a unified universe of films that connect together and that branch together and have one evolving world. So you are still kind of doing the same thing. Case in point, Godzilla and King Kong.
Okay, so basically what James Gunn said about Scorsese, he basically just said the old man wants attention.
That's the valid one too as well. Yes.
So like, he basically just said, you know,
You have my name in your mouth for clout.
Well, you
I
said the
mean,
word.
let's just be
You
honest.
mentioned the word Marvel in the conversation or comic book movie in the conversation, and you just you know it's gonna get talked about.
Martin Scorsese is one of the greatest and most legendary directors in cinema. Can't take that away from him. Like, it is what it is. But you know how sometimes y'all call me the old man on the porch?
You know, man on the
That's
porch.
what's
You know, man on
that's
the porch.
exactly what Scorsese.
But back to my point with with they're trying to either create an evolving universe, B they're trying to do cinema like movie studios are rebooting movies that don't need to be rebooted and they make them worse when they do reboot them. Let's see, rehashing of just titles that don't need to be, rehashing of titles and stuff like that, and not really making anything original. That's not Marvel's fault. When there's a void in something, when something is not good and people are looking for something that is good, if somehow, I don't know, let's say, Black Panther, for example, it touches all of those key points in a movie from action to, to suspense. And if it touches all those, hits all those notes for people in the theater, then hey, it ain't their fault it's a good movie. They just, they wrote a good movie. Be like them. Go make something that doesn't have a person with powers or abilities and make a compelling story.
The
Not,
the
not,
the movie industry lacks creativity right now.
yeah, it's
It's
not,
more creativity in a TV series than for movies, which a
yeah,
movie is only 2 hours,
yeah,
2 to 3 hours, but a TV show can go on. You got to make this show for, what I'm saying, at least, well, at least 6 out. No, let's see. Netflix hold the record for a 4 episode season.
yeah. I mean, but an average streaming show is an average 10 episodes, but an
Episodes,
actual TV show is like 20, 21, 22 episodes.
episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
So,
seasons?
but see, that's the thing. Seasons go your seasons go by your ratings. If you do a full season and your metrics aren't there, they may renew you. If you get renewed mid-season, then you're good. If
Yeah.
they wait till the season over and production ain't started and they still ain't said nothing, more than likely you finna get canceled, and probably some begging going on somewhere.
On top of
Well,
that
that
too, though, with another part of that with like just success of like movies and stuff like that. A good point, like right now, currently in TV show, a lot of TV shows are touching on the current issues of the world. I'll just say that much. Current issues of the world, COVID and stuff like that. And to be retrospectively honest, a lot of people don't want to really see that because they live in it day to day. I want to see something that's not having to do anything to do with that because I'm trying to watch this to get away from what I'm dealing with in real life. So that's another like bad step that a lot of them are taking. It's like, yeah, it's cool to throw that social issue in there, like 1 or 2 episodes or whatever, but don't like, it's like you harping on this
the
particular issue
entire
the entire season and going season over season, or it's a medical show that's always talking about COVID. It's like, bro, I don't want to talk about COVID right now. I'm living COVID right now. Like, can we end this storyline and go do something else or whatever else you had planned before COVID came along? Let's talk about that shit. I'm just saying.
because there's some shows out
Yeah.
there that have actually filmed during COVID, but never have they mentioned it in that series.
And
And
that's
maybe until like the next season, like, oh, like maybe we can talk about it this season since we filmed it during the pandemic. So maybe we'll talk about it now.
yeah. I mean,
Put it in like one.
you could touch on it and bring it into the fold. You have like a compelling storyline that has to do with it. That's fine. That's cool. But don't make it like the entire season where it's like the backdrop of the entire thing. It's not what anybody wants to watch. And I'll go back and say it again. People can give Fast and Furious all the crap they want to give, like, oh, it's, the series goes too long, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? That's probably like one of the only movies that didn't probably have any underlying like social type of issues in it. And it's literally just blowing up stuff, incredible car stuff that's out of this world. And it's just, hey, let's get my mind away from this stuff.
So honestly, like when I think back on it, TV series have always touched on whatever was going on in the world. Because I can recall watching House when the anthrax scare came along, and in House they were talking about anthrax.
Yeah, but they do it after the fact when we're done with it, not while we're still dealing with it. That's the problem. I don't want to hear about something that I'm currently dealing with right now. It's fine to talk about.
It don't bother me.
Just
I
like
watch TV like that. No way.
When they were talking about the Ebola crisis, folks waited till like maybe 2 years after that to like mention that.
It's the same comment of like, is this too soon? Yes, it's too soon. Like, do something else. Like, talk about.
Well, we not in the is it too soon era no more.
But would you go talk about okay, let me ask you.
Era no more.
Let me ask you this question. If I'm going to say, for example, Law and Order, right? We had some type of form of massacre, Lord forbid, and they talk about it a week afterwards. Dick Wolf will get raked over the coals on Twitter if he brought that up too soon, because that is too soon. That is too sensitive. It would have to be. That's why they wait. That's why they wait for stuff like that, with stuff like big stuff like that has to do with stuff like that. That's why they wait so long, because it's it's still on people's mind, and it's, again, going back to the COVID thing and medical shows, it's a still thing that's current that people are dealing with.
I mean,
I don't think there's such thing as a too soon era. It's just like, it's like somebody bringing up a relative that passed away. Bro, you ain't gonna bring that up. That's just not cool.
What's that show on TNT with the it was a woman detective and a woman medical examiner? I just know they live in Boston. I think
Rizzoli and Oz.
Yeah.
Like a year or two after the Boston bombing took place, they put it in like a season or two after, like a year that it took place.
Yeah. Season 2 after, that's like 1 or 2. That's like about 1 or 2 years. Yeah.
I think that was the show Lee Thompson Young was on. Where he killed himself. Yeah, he was on Rizzoli and Oz. They took a long break, but between it when he did that.
Yep, they sure did. I remember that. I do remember that. Spider-Man No Way Home trailer delayed. Boy, December's around the corner, people. It's around the corner. Still don't know.
So,
man, they were going around Twitter and Instagram about they made a fake post about Kevin Feige saying like, you know what, we're not going to release anything. We're not going to release a teaser. We're not going to release a trailer, period. We're just going to wait till y'all just come onto the theater and let you see for the film for yourself. We're just going to go in that route. People were so upset about that. Like, is this for real?
I kind of low key would be mad at that though. If you just show me just the title screen and just say, hey, it's coming out this day, I go see it.
So here's the messed up part though. Why it's delayed? Sony isn't really committed to letting it release in December.
Why? Because they probably
it may get pushed back.
Ooh, that might not be good. That ain't good.
That's why they haven't released the trailer. It may get pushed back. They're supposed to release.
They looking for that movie peak time that people go to the movie theater. They know like movie. I don't know what the numbers, like the metrics are or anything like that, but summer movie time is the thing, and that's why people do movies in the summertime. Maybe from their perspective, the holidays ain't the hot time, but apparently it's apparently cool to release scary movies in January and February for some damn reason. But all right,
but
they do that a lot.
They're not really committed to that December date though.
They probably gonna push that crap to April. If they push it, it's gonna go to April. It's gonna be
April or
2020.
March, one of the two.
Probably be April. They'll do April just so they can be on the cusp of summer movies 2022.
Or push it to May so it fall in, because you got the Eternals coming in November.
Right?
Or was Eternals, but then
But you kind of mess up. But here's what you kind of mess up though. Doctor Strange, March 25th, 2022. These are multiverse variant type movies. Hopefully, I don't know if there's anything that's in there. Well, Doctor Strange is in that movie, so they have to do.
Yeah,
before,
so
they almost have to do before March. They kind of have to. They don't have a choice, because then they mess up. Then they risk messing up the release for Doctor Strange, in which kind of forces Marvel to be like, "Dang, we have this clip that potentially has something to do with this scene in Doctor Strange, and if y'all move it, this messes this up."
Yeah, so I'm looking at, which we don't know the storyline of Doctor Strange, or we don't know if Doctor Strange happens before No Way Home or after No Way Home.
Yeah.
So we really don't know, and that could be the thing that's going on, that maybe Sony got aware of what's going on in Doctor Strange. It was just like, we don't want to be the one to throw the monkey wrench in it.
Well, Feige is probably the one that, because he does have, a good majority say so. It's really on him, because he knows what pivots off what. So it's either we push Spider-Man, which also pushes Doctor Strange. I have a feeling that they're very closely connected in some way, because they said WandaVision, the events of WandaVision affects Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So if Wanda is in the Doctor Strange movie, Spider-Man gets moved affects. It's a domino effect. It's a big domino effect right now. So if it moves, everything else gets shifted along with it, which is a big problem, because just like Sony wanted to do something, and it's causing a bigger problem for a company that has way more movies at stake than they do, than their little one movie. I'm not saying Spider-Man is little, but it's the sole movie that they're pushing out. So.
And Venom, but I digress.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like a whole. Well, yeah. Speaking of that, we didn't have that on there, but let's just since we're in the Spider-Man thing, we got a new trailer for Venom, and we got to see a lot more of what Venom looks like, and we also got to see. We really actually got to see how he gets the symbiote in him in the trailer as well.
So, just watching the trailer, I felt like they had Brock and Venom being too goofy. Like, just admit it, man. They were really acting too damn goofy, which I see how it plays off of Carnage, but like the scene where he's like, "And we go back, I'll let you eat people," which was kind of like, to me, Venom being scared. It kind of harkened back to Banner and Hulk, where when Banner was trying to talk into Hulk after Hulk got smashed by Thanos and bitched up. Yeah. But it reminded me of that. But I'll let you eat people. I eat people, and he started running. Like, it got a little bit too goofy for me, but I think that's just, snippets. I won't say that's the going throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
But
and there could be a reason, because the symbiote does know about like their other, like when the other symbiotes in the first movie came out. So he could know something about seeing a red one. Is like, oh, it's a red one. What the hell? He may know something from a history standpoint from where he comes from.
Yeah.
So that could be also a thing as well that we just don't know. It just wasn't given in the trailer. Nah. Here's another thing since we're talking about Venom. We got a look from a picture leaked online of Christian Bale in costume for Gore the God Butcher. And a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Gore the God Butcher is closely connected to Venom purely because the sword that he uses to kill the gods is a sword that's made from the symbiote. So the symbiote will be in Thor: Love and Thunder. Just
so, and here's the thing, I'm looking forward to it because I don't care what they finna do in this movie. You're not finna kill Carnage. I need to see this Spider-Man Venom team up for Carnage.
I feel like we're gonna get Maximum Carnage as a third movie.
Oh God, please give me Maximum Carnage for a third movie.
Because his girlfriend is already in there with her powers, and we don't know how does she have power? Is she the first mutant we're seeing? Because she has that scream, but she's human.
And I wonder if this time variant is really gonna start giving us the mutants. Like, are they gonna start rolling the mutants into it?
Yeah.
So okay,
what's up? Go ahead.
My question was anybody disappointed with the rating?
What is the movie's rated? I thought it was R.
Yeah.
Unless they rolled it back to a PG-13.
I thought it was rated R.
I
thought it so too, but they were saying like it's gonna be PG-13.
I mean, ratings don't a movie is rated really don't bother me.
They probably just gonna do the normal thing they did with the other one, which is the pullback of the gory moments, which of like him biting the dude head off. They kind of pulled back in the first movie on that. You kind of still saw it though, but they kind of like they kind of cut away.
But it's Carnage though.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. It's supposed to be just
even in the name.
It's supposed to be just straight up like destruction and just.
But bodies. See, the thing is, it still can work because Carnage worked well in the animated series.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no blood and gore in that neither.
And it could be a Disney call to make them to be able to put the movie eventually at some point to be able to put the property on Disney Plus, because everything on Disney Plus is PG-13.
Yeah.
Every single Marvel movie is PG-13.
So I'm not tripping on the what is rated. I mean, that's never bothered me. Now, if you expect. Now, like what'll throw me off is if I see a Michael Myers movie coming out and they say rated PG or PG-13, I'm gonna be like, "What is he doing? Tap dancing?"
Every kill is cut away. That's how they make it PG-13.
Yeah, so that make like.
So it's the TV version, okay?
For a comic book based movie. PG-13 doesn't bother me. If it was horror, then I could understand it's something not being rated. I mean, I can understand people like, if it's not rated R, then this really ain't a horror movie.
I'm just saying, like, it could be done though.
It could be done.
Horror and comic book accuracy can be done.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Reynolds fought for Deadpool to be rated R because we know the Merc with the mouth is straight. Yeah, but with it may be coming. Deadpool is gonna go to Hulu.
Yeah, no.
Whenever they do Deadpool 3,
they've kind of already alluded to the rated R content going to Hulu.
My thing is PG-13. You can have some blood and gore. It just won't be an extreme, and it's not really because we saw blood. We saw some blood and stuff in the regular Marvel movies. We saw people getting killed in the regular Marvel movies. Yeah. We saw people getting crushed.
I mean, we saw Phil Coulson getting killed by Loki in the Avengers movie. Come on,
yeah. So it's not a big deal in my opinion.
It's just like you ain't gonna see like the actual veins and blood squirting out the body as it falls to the floor. That's like
that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So it's just pulling back on the blood for the most part, in my opinion, in the gore. So I can understand that. James Gunn teases major deaths in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know who's freaking gonna die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because Gamora already died. We have the second version of Gamora, so we know it's not gonna be her.
Quill done almost died. Well, all the Guardians technically died during the snap.
Pretty much. I mean, only person I can see probably getting written out just purely because he's been talking a lot about his character. Drax.
Is Drax? Yeah, pretty much. He's pretty much the one that's gonna get written out. He's the one that's gonna die because of the fact Batista doesn't want. He wanted the real Drax. He wanted to play the real Drax, not this
comic character, comic relief. Yeah. Which I get that too, man, because I know the back of Drax. His name is Drax the Destroyer for a reason.
Yeah,
this man Thanos killed this man's family. He should have been the boy when it was time to get ready to take him out in Infinity War. He should have been leading the line, bro. He got more beef with him than anybody.
It really feel like the first Guardians, you heard him talk about it. Second Guardians and Infinity Wars, it was just like
an afterthought.
It was totally abandoned. Like that bloodlust for revenge wasn't there no more.
Exactly. He was just like again the comic relief. So yeah, that's who we got. That's who I mean. We kind of I kind of feel who this is probably gonna be. Let's see here. DC new Superman comic sold out at launch. Is it one of the Future State ones? Or is this a different one? Title?
It really didn't list the title, but let me check.
And then Batman and Superman return to animation in a two new series. When does that come into DC Universe? Not DC Universe.
So they will be on HBO Max. Yeah. Okay. They will be on HBO Max. So the Batman. Well, let me get this DC comic. This Superman comic news. Why it changed up? I just had it. This bothers me. Anyway, the comic sold out, but with on the DC page. So for Batman, the new Batman animated series, well, HBO and Cartoon Network teamed up to make these two new series. So Batman, the Cape Crusader is the next series, and it's basically from the minds of Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves.
Oh, that's the one I heard about. So, okay.
Yeah. And, it's basically going through the rogues gallery of Batman villains. Now,
this probably might be a connection to the Matt Reeves Batman live action movie from what because I heard he was involved with something that might be connected to it, but
yes, hoping.
Yeah, I think it is though.
Now, here's what Superman is about. It is called My Adventures with Superman, and it is geared towards small children and families.
I mean, they kind of like hit that beat with the new Superman and Lois show. It hits that kind of beat for a lot of people. I know Tink was actually talking about it. With it being more, his concern. He doesn't. It's not really about him anymore. In the show that's going on right now, he has to be concerned with his wife Lois, and be more concerned with his son, who is showing that he has powers and all this type of stuff. So it's a little bit. It has a little different cadence to it. So
the son of Kal-El is the name of the comic book that sold out.
Okay,
it's the John Kent story. So the story of it's son of Kal-El, the story of John Kent.
I think I think if I remember correctly, that is part of the Future State run. Because how they did Future State with because we was talking about like the new Batman, and so with Future State, kind of what they did, they kind of told stories that were kind of a little bit further into their storyline, and then now they're doubling back and like, okay, here's the origin, here's what's going on. So I think that's kind of part of the Future State run, or it's connected to that Future State run with the because John Kent is a new Superman in Future State.
And DC fandom pops off 10/16/2021.
cool. I mean, it was. I mean, for us to be, in the situation we were in last year, it was pretty good to be a virtual thing that they had going. I kind of feel they kind of knocked that out the park. Probably one of the best ones that were done virtually, next to a lot of other stuff that I saw done virtually. It's like, nah, you don't need to do that virtually. Just wait till you can able to do it in front of real people. So, all right. So, what?
So we just got through talking about Deadpool. So they're supposed to be start filming later on next year.
Deadpool
Do
3?
they have a date? Yeah. Filming.
Not that I know of. I know they're not done doing those little shorts from what I heard that he did with
What shorts?
the shorts he did with Korg that showed up on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say that's like a marketing plan that they have that they're gonna start doing to kind of slowly. It's kind of soft introducing him into the MCU in a way before they put the movie out.
You know what's funny about that is that me going back and realizing that they both were in that Green Lantern movie. Taika Waititi.
Taika is in every goddamn thing.
Like
He's
he
like
directing everything. He in everything.
he directed and in everything. So goddamn.
He was in Suicide Squad playing Ratcatcher. No,
Ratcatcher
oh,
1,
this
yeah.
man is in everything.
All right. So this week in WWE, we had more releases that came out of nowhere. Biggest one out of that had a bunch of NXT releases of some new names that were fairly new and recently on television. But the most notable names were Bronson Reed, Bobby Fish, and Tyler Rush, yeah, which just came in like 2 weeks ago, introduced into a faction, and now he's out. Yeah, it's gotta suck. And then Adam Cole is in a particular situation where his contract ended in December, and he did like a very short extension contract. The extension, it ends after SummerSlam. And supposedly he's in a very unique situation because they're trying to get him to sign a new contract to the company. Supposedly he met with Vince McMahon this past Friday on SmackDown to do contract negotiations. It is a lot of fans and the internet wrestling community really want him to just chunk the deuce to WWE and go to AEW, where his is Britt Baker, is he married to Britt Baker yet, or they're just still his fiance still? Okay.
Yeah, they ain't married yet.
Okay, so just to go be with his go be where his girlfriend is over in AEW. And so supposedly what came out today actually that I read, supposedly rumored that Vince McMahon has presented $1 million deal to Adam Cole and has told the writing team they need to come up with, basically storylines for him going forward. So I don't know if he signed or not. We don't know. There's been no confirmation, but that has been the thing that is popping off. And I know this past release, I've watched several other podcasters that are primarily, focused around wrestling. Solid Monster Sounds Off, JD from NY. And boy, people are they're tired of these releases. I mean, we get it, but it's like the executive, Nick Khan, I forgot the other young lady name, they are obsessed with getting the company out of the red. But they made money during the pandemic. A lot of money.
That's the thing that got me. It was just, you're costing a lot of people their jobs when they don't really need to be, they don't really need to be let go. You're fine financially wise, and yet you're still firing these people. Mm-hmm. And the thing that gets me is
also too, Snap, they hoarded talent. Mm-hmm. They signed people to extension just because they didn't want them to go to AEW.
They didn't want them to go anywhere else. They didn't want them, and that's the problem. It's like you're making a bigger mess by doing this, because these people are going to end up going somewhere else and being a lot better than where they are. Juice Robinson, Look at Cody when he requested his leave. He even started a company against yours, and it's turning out pretty well. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, did you hear the comment? He said, get rid of the midgets and the old talent. But
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here like
he's talking about revamping NXT. Supposedly NXT is getting a rebrand. A lot of people are feeling that, and then supposedly the rumor is that Triple H might step down from running NXT. And if that's the case, I mean, like people were saying this past weekend, the brand is dead. It's just literally dead. He's punished. He's, like I said before, he's literally punishing him for not beating AEW on Wednesdays. It's literally what he's doing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, this doesn't make your company better. It makes it worse because, again, a lot of people are gonna take this as it's just like a regular job. You get fired from one job, and depending on how your mindset is, you're gonna go to another job or do something, and on top of that, you end up becoming great at it. It's basically you're gonna be looking stupid when somebody looks better where they're at after leaving you. Take for instance, Aleister Black. The man literally spoke on what happened when he got fired that day, and he spoke about what happened, and it's true. He's doing a lot better now at AEW. So that's my thing is, if you got the money, you're fine, but you're cutting people still. Is at this point, you're making it look as if you're treating this like a game, and at the end of the day, these people are entertainers. This is their job.
Right.
So the thing is, I'm just throwing this out here. You know, just knowing a little wrestling history, I got a feeling that the McMahons and all of them, they're really throwing these wrestlers away and letting them sign to AEW, trying to clear the books so they can do a power move and probably absorb AEW.
They won't.
That was actually another rumor. I'll
tell you why that's impossible. The Khan family has way more money than the McMahons. They're billionaires. They own the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are. His dad is worth $8 billion. And he has way more money than Vince McMahon does. He could. I think of Nick. I can't think of the name of his dad, but his dad could literally buy WWE if he wanted to. That's how much money he has. So it would be the other way around. It'd be the other way around.
You remember in the promo, CM Punk had said Mr. McMahon should be a billionaire. You know why he's not a billionaire? Because he surrounds himself some stuff around nothing but
stupid yes men.
That they tells him stuff that he wants to hear. And it's crazy when you look at that promo. It's like, yeah, that's actually what's going on right now. He's just listening to people that telling him nothing but sweet nothings in the air.
Yeah, and that promo aged very well hearing it now. Because that's literally the situation he's in right now. Yeah.
Oh my God, that thing is a decade old, and it's crazy that it's true.
It's super true, and he's punishing his son-in-law, and I know that's got to be hella awkward for him because Triple H can't even get upset. He literally has to hold that crap in because he's married to his daughter. He can't blow up like he wants to. He just has to be politically correct about it, which he has been.
Well, nothing like Stephanie wasn't. I couldn't see, even before she had the plastic surgery, wasn't nothing cute about that woman.
I mean, he went from China to her. So I mean,
look at it this way.
Yeah. His taste in women is questionable.
Look at it this way.
He went from unleaded gas to Everclear, so they both crank up lawnmowers.
I think he went from. I was going to classify China as diesel,
look how ironic this is. This man, in my opinion, and I have theories about this too. He went from, because if you remember that whole curtain call incident, what happened to him after that? He had to eat a lot of crap, and then all of a sudden you become your buddy Sean. Helps you get into the whole main event with DX, and then you go off to marry the boss's daughter. In my opinion, I feel like that was a whole revenge thing for you having to eat a lot of crap for that type of thing. If you look at it that way, because it's like, all right, you treat me like this, you make me job out, but I'm screwing your daughter.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like I don't know, and like I said, that whole thing is just you're not making this any better by cutting on these people. They're gonna go off and do something better, and you're gonna have them watching wherever they go.
Yeah,
They're not watching your product. The only thing that's relevant now is Roman Reigns, and
yeah, he's the best thing.
that's it.
He's like the best thing they got. But with Adam Cole, hopefully this week we'll find something out. Like I said, hopefully he didn't resign. I really hope he didn't resign. Honestly, it's because the clear statement he made about what you just said, fire all the midgets. Adam Cole is not the tallest guy, and the same thing kind of goes for. He's not the biggest guy, but think of who was in that same situation: Shawn Michaels.
Shawn.
And look what he can do. He is on that same level because Shawn Michaels mentors Adam Cole currently.
It's time for Shawn Michaels to sit down.
Oh, he's been retired. He been retired, bro.
See, that thing that you saw a few years ago, he actually regretted getting back in the ring for that Saudi Arabia show. But he's not doing any more in-ring work. If anything, he's just a coach now.
He's just a coach and a trainer now. All right. Let's go ahead, Young. Let's go ahead and do this unboxing that you have here, sir, to wrap the show.
So I discovered this little company on Instagram, and I checked out their website. It's called Fan Home.
I'd be so skeptical about advertisements I get on Instagram. I swear to God, I do.
So I'm finna bust this box open. I don't like the way they put the label on here, so I ain't really just turning around because it got all my information on here.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't need no stalkers.
You said they're called Fan Home?
Called Fan Home.
Okay.
I think it's actually called Fandom or something like that, but I'm just gonna open this. And what I ordered was the Street Fighter package.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Yeah.
No, it's actually called Fan Home, fanhome.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Fanhome.us.
They have like this. They send you a little brochure. They got this Iron Man you build piece by piece. But it's actually they have a R2D2 that you can build that actually moves around. But yeah, this is my Street Fighter collection. They send you the little thank you letter, and they send you the magazine telling you it's like a magazine and it folds out. Like these are all the figures I'm going to get over the course of my subscription.
Okay.
So
So when are you gonna get sent more figures?
You get sent figures every other month.
Okay.
And of course, the first two that come with their magazines are
Ken and Ryu.
And here go my figures with them. I really don't like that they have Ken numbered as number 2 and Ryu as number 1 because Ken is number 1 in my book.
That's perfect.
But those are the figures.
Those are dope.
And of course they got him doing my favorite move. And they got Ryu doing the Hadouken and they all come in a position with where you, because like there's this actual stage you're gonna end up getting at the end of the subscription of the Street Fighter subscription that you place all the figures on, which I don't really think I'm gonna take them out the box. Yeah. But it showed them in their fighting positions against each other.
Oh, that's cool. The stage is a really nice touch, though. I like that.
Yeah. I have nowhere to put the stage. That's why I'm thinking I might not. Like I gotta go buy a bigger. I gotta figure that out. So, but
it'll actually, honestly, it'll probably be if you hold on to it and just don't open it like that. Something like that will probably be worth a lot of money in the next couple of years with it being Street Fighter as popular as Street Fighter is.
NRFB.
For real. All right, man. So we are going to bring this issue of Nerd Flow Podcast to an end, man. We appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate Blurred Boss for coming through, hanging with us and talking to us today. We will catch you guys. We are cresting 11 episodes before we hit 200 issues of Nerd Flow Podcast. So, yeah. But next week will be issue 189. So we will catch you guys later and see you guys on next Sunday. Peace.
Salute.
All right.
Yay.